up, y'all? It's your pal Charlie Chainsaw. Today we're carving a pumpkin. Now this is the first time in a long time I've actually decided to carve a pumpkin. Not really big in the holidays. I used to be, but then, you know, family, friends, they all disappear little by little over time, and then there's really no point in celebrating, you know, because holidays are all about community. So I usually celebrate them with my Discord, my Twitch community, you know. But I decided to do something nice for myself. I think we'll turn this into a pochita. It'll probably be messed up, but like I said, this is the first time I've carved a pumpkin since I was probably maybe 6 years old. 7 maybe. Halloween was never my favorite holiday anyway. My favorite's actually Christmas, and I don't even celebrate that. Kind of sad, but maybe I'll do it eventually. A lot of seeds in this. Okay, it's more that I can roast and make pumpkin seeds. Man, I love me some pumpkin seeds. I'm actually tempted next year to grow some pumpkins just so I can roast the seeds. I have this weird idea that I should grow one of them giant pumpkins. It's like 2 tons or whatever. And just put it in my front yard. It'll probably annoy my neighbors, but hey, don't matter. Life's too short to care about that stuff, you know? Like Danny DeVito said in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I'm going to get real weird with it. I want to thank everybody who's been watching me, by the way, on YouTube. Because I'm actually growing on there now, and I'm kind of happy about that. I've been working on that for 3 years now, and I finally got the hang of it. So I'm glad people are enjoying my content, because I don't do it for money. Money helps, you know, helps everybody. But I really do it simply because I like to entertain people. Lives suck, you know? Or should I say, life sucks. So we might as well entertain each other and kind of make us forget about our daily problems, you know? That's why I do what I do. Everything else is a bonus to me. So I'm just happy to see people like what I do and that they're entertained. I'm trying to get some of the excess membrane or whatever you want to call it here. What do you call the inside these fibers? I don't know. There's a lot of it in there though. I'm the kind of person that doesn't really have a lot of waste when I do stuff like this. So I'm actually probably going to take this pumpkin, despite it being a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, and probably roast it after I'm done. You know, put it in the fridge, whatever, and then eat it later, instead of just composting it. Although compost would be nice. Especially since next year I'm growing even more stuff. I'm growing more loofah and probably corn. I had a pretty good little thing of corn growing this year. And all it was hey, here that I was eating, I stuck in the ground. Alright. I think that's all the fibers I'm going to get out of this. We got us probably about maybe 200 pumpkin seeds, maybe more. Is there anything else in there? Echo! Okay, no. There's a little bit here I'm just going to scrape out. Perfectionist in me. Not too bad though. Alright. The rest will burn off if I cook this later. Sorry if the camera's shaking, by the way, guys. I'm still getting used to good setups and stuff, and it's a little windy. I got this on a little patio table. That's what I've been doing my food reviews on. But as soon as I get this deck and all cleaned up a little bit better, I'll have a little bit of a better recording space. It's been rough the last couple of years, you know, but slowly reclaiming the place. I can't wait to get my yard back in order. It's got a lot of weeds, because I'm going to try to turn 90% of my yard into a garden. Oh God, that's a lot of wind. Huh. Probably the tail end of that storm or whatever. We had a storm yesterday and it was pouring. I actually heard it through my headphones while I was streaming. We were playing some DVD. First time in a long time we played that. Alright. There's a lot of weirdos on the internet. Don't take this the wrong way. But we got this hollowed out. And it sits right on there. Cool. Alright, so this is like a flat end. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just kind of flat. So we're going to make the face on this side. Got a good amount of pumpkin seeds out of that. This is probably really dumb, but I would have set you guys on a washing machine. I hope that's okay. And no, I don't keep junk around my property. I reuse, recycle, repurpose. That's going to be a pond next year. Or a nice garden bed. Hope you guys are okay sitting there. An easier way to see what I'm doing. For the sake of symmetry, we're going to use a egg shaper. And we're just going to try to make some kind of indent as a marker on where to cut for the eyes and stuff like that. Yeah. This is probably going to go terribly. Alright, so I guess we'll put an eye here and an eye here. So, that's a relative shape. Slightly circle the shape, right guys? Okay, we got the marker. So we can see one eye. You guys probably can't see that, but it's a nice little indent. Let's see if I can get the other one about even. There we go. I got it. All right. Let's cut them out. Well, the eyes have a little circular indent in the inside too. But I'm going to take my spoon. And I'm just going to do a light indent here. Just like so. That'll be our rough shape for an eye. Why not? Doesn't have to be perfect. To be honest, perfection sucks anyway. It'd be boring if everything was perfect. That's roughly about right. I never believed in perfection. What's the point if everything's perfect, you know? There we go. Alright, now to figure out how we're going to cut this. Hope everybody's having a great day, great holiday, Halloween. I really do. I always wish well on everybody. So we're going to very carefully cut through this. Whoa. So we don't want to cut all the way, I guess. This is a thick walled pumpkin. This thing has very thick walls. Holy hell. It's got to be at least like an inch and a half thick pumpkin. Very. It's going to have a lot of pulp in it that we can puree into making old pumpkin pie or something. Or I might make some soup. I don't know. I made soup with the last one I bought, and it was really, really good. First time I made pumpkin soup, actually. I'm always up to try new things like that, and I hope everybody else is too. It's one of them things everybody should be trying something new every day. Whether it's reading a book, having a new idea, cooking, doing what I'm doing and carving a jack-o'-lantern. You know, nobody grows without any of this. And if anybody's having a bad day, I hope your day gets better. And if you feel like you're not enough in this world, just remember, Charlie's proud of you. You can do whatever you got your mind set to. And if nobody's got your back, I will have your back. There's your positivity for today, guys. Alright. So we got the first part done. I'm going to try to make a little tab here. Hopefully it don't break. There we go. And we're going to kind of try to cut out an eye here using the general shape I carved out. And I will punch out the outer rim. So for all my streamer friends out there, how you guys doing? Everything's been going well this October? Playing some cool spooky games? If so, I hope you had a lot of fun with them. I know I did. This October I played, I believe, 31 games actually. So I played one for each day of the month. Starting with Riptide, 4 weeks of Phasmophobia with a couple extras sprinkled in between. Tonight I'm actually playing Phasmophobia. Sorry to wave the knife at you guys. It's just, I'm using my hand a lot. I played DVD yesterday, which was amazing. I haven't played that in years. Yeah, I hope you guys are having just as much fun as I have. And if you're discouraged about streaming, keep going. You're going to hate it sometimes, but stick with it. You'll be rewarded, okay? Like I said earlier, if you're discouraged and nobody's got your back, I got your back. So I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces here to help punch it out a little easier. And it's a little stood up. There we go. Got the first eye done. I hope. Come on, punch through. There we go. I got to be very careful here because the inner eye isn't sitting too well. There we go. It's a little loose. That's okay. Go in here and pull it. We got an eye. Not the best eye in the world, but it's an eye. Like I said, don't have to be perfect. We're just having fun here. So, what's everybody's plans for the holiday? Let me know in the chat. Me, I don't dress up. I don't do anything. I don't do any parties. I'm going to be streaming Phasmo. Like I said, I'm not somebody who celebrates that much. But I started to learn how to do things for myself, you know? For a long time, I was the guy who would sit there and go, well, you know, I got nobody to do stuff with. So, I'm not going to do anything. And I woke up and realized there's no fun in that, you know? I I guess what I'm trying to say is, you gotta live for yourself. Who cares if you don't have anybody to do anything with? You do it anyway. You'll learn to enjoy it on your own. We'll be lonely sometimes. But hey, it's lonelier not to have the experience. So keep your head up. Especially if you're lonely during the holidays, you know? I know how that feels. I know how that is. And if you ever need to talk, y'all can ask for my Discord. I don't put it on my YouTube account. I think I have it linked to my TikTok. Can't remember. But you definitely can get it through Twitch. I'm a little nervous about opening it up to multiple areas because, you know, it's harder for me to figure out who's there and who's not, you know? One day I'll open it up to everybody, though. But yeah, if you guys ever need anything, I'm always around. I don't care who you are. I don't know if we've... Or, don't know. Why did I say don't know? I don't care if we've talked one day, 10 years. I don't care if we've had a falling out. If you ever need anything, you know, I'm always around and I'm a DM away. Now, like I said, this is the first time I've done this in a long time. And I'm a firm believer in the whole phrase of, do you know what you're doing? No, but I'm going to do it anyway. So hopefully this comes out looking alright. So far it is to me. I just hope I don't break the eyes because they're very flimsy. I should put like 2 tabs on them, I think. Because I'm trying to do like an inner iris look to it. Sorry if you guys can't see what I'm cutting here. I'm just trying to get a good grasp on the pumpkin. And I'm also trying to be careful so that I don't break it. I'm very heavy-handed. Alright. We're almost through the second eye. We're through the second eye. I hope. Alright, we got that. We got that. I'm going to try to punch it out through the front. I feel like it might come out a little easier. And it actually looks like it is. I think it's because I'm angling my cuts by accident. There we go. Oh, so there's a little bit of fiber still left in there I missed. That's probably part of it. It's so squishy. And we got a second eye. There we go. That look good to you guys? What do you guys think? Alright, we're going to do a mouth now. At this point, I don't know if I should do like Pochita like I was thinking, or if I should do just a regular face. It kind of looks cool, but I think I'm gonna make it Pochita. So to do that, we need half circles. The mouth of Pochita is a half circle. Well, 2 half circles to be honest. So we're going to use the line right here in the pumpkin. I feel like Bob Ross talking like that. Does anybody else ever do art videos or like try to explain art and they feel like Bob Ross because of the way they're doing things? We're going to use this line right down the middle. And we're going to set it with the tip of this on the eye. I did that wrong. Probably right about there is better. So that it matches this circle right here. Or this line, I mean. And then come back around and do the same thing on that side. When they meet in the middle, they're about even. Cool. Now I gotta figure out how to carve that without screwing it up. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit of a deeper line. This is probably the wrong tool for carving, so I'm using a little paring knife that I found. Alright, so we got that. We're going to make a mount on it, so I'm going to just try to eyeball this up. I'm going to use the little holder thing on this egg circle. I'm going to line up everything in the center of the line. And there we go. I'm just going to carve out a little bit of a mount. Man, don't do that. That's dangerous. Alright. So, how am I going to do this? You know what? I got the lines here. What I might do... I'm looking at the camera because somebody just sent me a game to play. Noob, I think that was you. Thank you, dude. I don't know what you sent me. Thank you. So, we're going to use this line. We're going to make the mouth separate. So we're going to open up the mouth entirely, and then for the other line, we're just going to do a thin line on the top here, I think. That might work. Just go ahead and start cutting this mouth. One side, yeah, the other. So, who saw the Chainsaw Man movie? I hope you guys enjoyed it if you watched it. I loved it. The Breeze arc is one of my favorite arcs. I actually identify with a lot of the characters in that series. Not in the creepy way that people think Chainsaw Man is, but just like life experience, you know? I can kind of sympathize with the characters because I understand how some of them are and what they go through, and losing people and all that good stuff, rough lives. So I kind of feel for them. It's like a connection to it, you know? Everybody's got that show they connect to. For me, it's Chainsaw Man. And the funny thing is, I didn't know it existed. And so I ran out of anime, or not anime, I ran out of manga. One day I was browsing manga and I'm like, huh, Chainsaw Man. They called me Charlie Chainsaw. It's kind of ironic, let's check this out, and I loved it. That was, oh, I think that was before the Katana Man arc was over. Alright, we got a mouth. Kind of looks cute. Even without the side pieces. Now I gotta figure out how to make the little like curls on the mouth. I'm thinking I can still do the outside, it's just gonna be a really thin line. So what I'll do is I'll just match up the lines I already made. Just score it. I know where to cut. There we go. Just like that. Started to remind me of Joker the way I just marked that. Just a Pochita sitting there going, you know how I got these scars? That would be really weird to sleep in, believe it or not. It really would be. I'm not really a Batman fan. If you guys are, you know, that's your thing, we don't judge. There's no reason to judge to begin with. But I've always liked Marvel more. Not lately though, I kind of got bored of it. Never was really a Batman, Superman guy. Never liked the Dark series, you know, when it comes to comics. Alright, we got that. So we gotta get the second part out. Don't mind me just rambling. I figured you guys are bored, you just need somebody to listen to up here. You know. Just a random fat dude sitting here, carving a pumpkin, living life. You guys are lonely or whatever, you guys can listen to me, you know. Give you a little bit of motivation here and there. Wise words, I guess you would say. Alright. We got one side of the mouth done. A lot of little tufts of fiber. Yeah. There we go. Now we got to do the other side. And just like that, we have Pochita, but we're missing the chainsaw, so we got to figure that one out real quick. All right. Got a piece of foam board I was using to trace out old templates back when I was doing a lot of woodworking and stuff. So I'm gonna cut a chunk of this. I'm gonna make a rough sketch on it of what I want. Now, I'm not sure if scissors are gonna cut through this. Actually, it does surprisingly well. So we're going to get this as a rough shape first. We got that. I don't know if you guys can see what I drew on there. Probably very faint. We'll cut it out normally. So I kind of did these saw blades really weird, but that's okay. We're just gonna cut this out. Alright, so I cut that out. A little cheesy, but that'll work for now. The back's a little rough. I don't know if you guys can tell. Might modify it later. I don't know. I just wanted to do it quick. Oh. Kinda knew that was gonna happen. Alright. That's actually not a bad curve for it. It's not perfect, but almost exact. Doesn't work that well. Actually, it does work that way, believe it or not. Alright. So what I did, I actually pinned this in, is I found some paper clips. Since this is foam, I'm going to stretch the paper clip. I'm going to press 2 of these paper clips into the foam. Actually, I might only need 1. We're just going to stick it in like that. I'm going to do the other one just for security purposes. So it's not wobbling. There we go. Then we got a, whatever you want to call this, a pin, I guess. And we just got to pierce these through wherever I want the saw. I'm thinking, I bend these sideways real quick. I'm thinking probably like, I don't know, probably right there. That looks about right there. I'm gonna put 2 markers here. I'm gonna pierce all the way through. There we go. It's not the greatest, but it works. It's all a little sideways here, but there we go. Oh shit. Alright, I got a cool idea to do this. I'm just gonna hook it through the foam. That'll keep it steady. There we go. I'll do the same for this side. We're gonna stick it through like a fishing hook almost. There we go. Not the greatest, but hey, I'm no pumpkin carving expert. It's a pochita. Hope everybody has a great Halloween. Y'all keep on keeping on, alright?